In today's video, we are going to explore a very interesting and popular coin among collectors, the 1-cent coin of the year 2001. Welcome to CoinX, the channel where you always get reliable and detailed information about coins, currency, and numismatics. Many people ignore small denomination coins like the 1 cent, but in reality these coins have their own special value, history, and hidden details that make them worth studying. The 2001 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln cent, is a perfect example of how a simple coin can carry decades of tradition and symbolism. By the end of this video, you will know about its design, metal composition, mintage, and even some of the errors that make it rare and collectible. So stay with me till the end because I will share everything in a clear way. The 2001 1-cent coin belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series, which started in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. On the obverse, or the front side, you will see a portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. This same design had been used for decades, and it remained iconic in American coinage. Just above Lincoln's head you will find the phrase "In God We Trust," while on the left side is the word liberty, and on the right side the year of mintage, which in this case is 2001. If you look carefully under the year, some coins also show a mint mark such as D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. These mint marks are very important because they indicate where the coin was struck, and sometimes the value changes depending on the mint. On the reverse side of the 2001 1-cent coin, the design still carried the image of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., which had been introduced in 1959 to replace the earlier wheat design. This memorial reverse was created by Frank Gasparo, and it is very detailed. If you look very closely, you can even spot a tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, a detail that many people miss. This reverse design remained in use until 2008, which means that the 2001 cent is part of the later period of the memorial reverse coins. When it comes to metal composition, the 2001 1 cent is made mostly of zinc with a thin layer of copper plating. Before 1982, cents were made of mostly copper, but due to rising metal prices, the composition was changed. The modern cents, including the 2001 version, are 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. Because of this, these coins are much lighter than the older copper cents, and they also have a different sound when dropped. Collectors often notice how the copper-plated zinc cents are more prone to damage and corrosion, which is why coins from this period in very high grades are harder to find. If a 2001 1-cent coin is found in uncirculated or proof condition, it can be more attractive to collectors despite being a common circulation coin. Finally, one of the most fascinating things about the 2001 1-cent coin is the possibility of error coins. Like every year of mintage, some coins come out with striking errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or plating errors. These error coins are much rarer than regular strikes and can be worth much more than 1 cent. Even a small error can increase the coin's value for collectors. Normally, a circulated 2001 cent has only face value, but uncirculated examples or error coins can sell for several dollars, and in rare cases even more. That is why collectors carefully examine their pocket change and coin rolls, hoping to find such special pieces. In short, the 2001 1-cent coin may seem ordinary, but it carries history, artistry, and the thrill of hidden treasure. And that's why here on CoinX, we always encourage you to look closely at your coins, because you never know which one might turn out to be a collector's gem. The next coin is 2002 1-cent coin, a small but very important piece of American coinage. Welcome to CoinX, the channel where you always find true and trusted information about coins, currency, and hidden numismatic treasures. Many people ignore 1-cent coins because of their low face value, but in the world of collectors, every coin has a story, and sometimes even the smallest ones can hold big surprises. The 2002 cent belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series, which has been one of the most collected coin series in the United States for over a century. This coin carries history, design, symbolism, and even rare varieties that make it a point of interest for coin lovers. So stay tuned until the end, because by the time we finish, you will know everything from its design details to its composition and even its potential value. The obverse, or the front side, of the 2002 1-cent coin features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, who is remembered for leading the country through the Civil War and ending slavery. This portrait was designed by Victor David Brenner and has been used since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. On the top you will see the motto, "In God We Trust." On the left side is the word liberty. And on the right is the date of mintage, which in this case is 2002. Some coins also have a mint mark just under the year. D stands for Denver Mint, P for Philadelphia Mint, and S for San Francisco Mint if it is a proof coin. These mint marks are extremely important because they often affect the coin's rarity and value, depending on how many coins were struck at each mint. On the reverse side of the 2002 1-cent coin, you will find the design of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., which replaced the earlier wheat ears design in 1959. This reverse was created by Frank Gasparo, and it is famous for its fine details. The 2002 coin is part of the later Memorial Reverse series, which continued until 2008 before being replaced with the Lincoln Bicentennial and Shield reverses. In terms of composition, the 2002 cent is made mostly of zinc with a thin copper plating. Specifically, it consists of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This change in composition started in 1982 when the U.S. Mint stopped making cents from nearly pure copper because of the rising cost of the metal. The copper-plated zinc coins are lighter in weight, and they have a different feel compared to older copper cents. However, they are also more prone to corrosion and damage, which makes finding a well-preserved 2002 cent more challenging than it may seem. Collectors prefer coins in uncirculated or proof condition because they retain their shine, details, and eye appeal. Proof versions of the 2002 cent, which were struck at the San Francisco Mint with mirror-like finishes, are particularly sought after by collectors who appreciate high-quality examples. When it comes to value, most 2002 cents in circulated condition are only worth their face value of 1 cent. However, uncirculated coins, high-grade examples, and especially error coins can be worth more. Common errors include double dies, off-center strikes, and plating errors where the copper layer is missing in certain spots. These kinds of mistakes make the coin much rarer and attractive to collectors. Some proof coins from 2002 with perfect grading from professional services like PCGS or NGC can sell for several dollars or even higher depending on demand. That is why even though the 2002 1-cent coin may look ordinary at first glance, it holds potential value and represents an important piece of numismatic history. So here at CoinX, we always remind you to check your coins carefully. You never know when a simple penny from 2002 might turn out to be a small treasure hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.